I'm Sharon O'Dowd from Wayne Memorial Hospital in Goldsboro, North Carolina, and I'm the hiring manager, so I'm manager recruitment and retention. Well, it has had a tremendous impact because before we did not have any applicant tracking system at all, nor were we doing anything manually to identify how many applicants did we have, how many positions we had open at one time. Everything done was a paper process. So it has totally changed our work environment. We now have metrics that we compare ourselves with to see if we can get better. We know what's going on real time. We know dates to fill. We can get information to hiring managers rapidly. We can know if they look at it, which is even a bigger benefit. So it has totally changed our work environment for the better. Well, the first year we've just been trending, and we do a report card that we look at the nursing positions, the RNs in particular, and we look at the organization overall, and developed our own kind of scorecard or report card that we present to the operations group or the administrative staff on a monthly basis. And that looks at the number of open positions we have, the number of applicants that we have coming in, our days to fill, and we're actually trying to get our own benchmark. So we want to compare ourselves with ourselves to know we're getting better. And then we also are really excited about the scorecard that's coming out with this version, because then we can compare ourselves with others as well and know we're looking at pretty much like data because we're using the system the same. Well, I looked at several application systems, and it seemed to me, one, easy to use and understand. I was looking at something that was going to give me some reports, so that was a feature of it. I also had the opportunity to send messaging back and forth. I could tell what was happening with the applicants, so we could keep a trail of, did we even look at the application, what were the notes available in there, and that it was maintained. So that was a great benefit. The other part is always that relationship part with the person trying to sell you something. Ted kept in contact with us constantly, never gave us the opportunity to say, well, I don't have time to do this now, or let's schedule it another time. If we had a question, he was right there doing those webinars or WebExes or whatever things he does. So part of it is having a vendor or someone that you're working with that's very responsive, willing to listen to what your needs are, always available when you need someone. And we found that to be very true of all the support staff too. So I think he is a great model for the company, because it seems to be holding throughout our relationship with you folks. One thing I've found is, part of it could be me not being familiar enough on how to pull this out, but when it comes to the reports, right now it seems that you can't cross requisition information with application information. So I like to be able to do that, because there's pieces I like to pull from each. Also, the fact that once the requisition's been approved, it kind of disappears to an extent. I like to be able to have that archived someplace so I can go back and actually see what was there. I know right now you can look at data that's pulled from the requisition, but there's a couple areas, particularly like the person they're replacing. If it's going to be that position is going to be vacated by someone, that would be a real benefit to look at. Those are just a couple I can think of. I think that this is a fantastic application system. I found you very welcome to look at ideas and suggestions from other people and try to implement those. And the support services are fantastic. I like the fact that you can email online. That's a benefit to me as well as to you. So that's always nice, and to have someone live to chat with when they're available is even a greater benefit. So you always want to know, gee, but I want to ask a follow-up to this question. I just don't want to leave it out there, you know, with the initial part. So that's been a great benefit too.